Buy cheap and safe NBA 2K22 MT at NBA2King.com. You can use code Excapar, that's EXCAPAR, for 5% off your entire purchase. Alright, so in this video we are going to be covering all of the best badges that you can add to all of the new reward cards that dropped with Season 4. So if you guys are excited, the like button down below, comment what you guys think of the video as we get on throughout, or if there's any suggestions that you would make to my suggestions, and let me know what XP level you guys are currently on in 2K. I think I hit level 30 last night and then called it a day. Let me know where you guys are. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. And in the next video that will be right after this, an hour or two posted after, who knows, depending on how quick I get it out, because let me know. Let me tell you, it takes a little bit of work to get these out. I'll be covering the Signature Series. So first we're doing all these reward cards, including, Yao Ming, Pascal, Siakam, Granger, and I'm basically going all the way until Jeff Malone in this list because I just didn't really feel like it was worth talking about all these other cards. So anyway, we're going to start off with, down here with Jeff Malone and then work our way up. So I guess without further ado, let's get started with it with the Diamond Jeff Malone. So Jeff Malone's actually a pretty solid card. I will say that I need to make room in my auction house with all the original owner cards I saved, so I did actually pick up Jeff Malone myself. And he's actually a pretty solid card. Just a nice little Trey Burke base. Basically a T-Mac clone that's just a little bit shorter. So for my man Jeff Malone, what I thought made the most sense is start off by giving our guy Deadeye, because, the Trey Burke base on the normal timing is, in that medium speed. So I think that could really help to, just stop ourselves from getting contested as much, which is always pretty nice. And then after that, we're going to add Hyperdrive, just because I think you will be dribbling a little bit with the Jeff Malone. You want him in your hand just a little bit, and it helps, boost the effectiveness of dribbles off, or dribbling moves off the dribble, and things like that. And then I want to just go into defense, give him a Menace, an Intimidator, and an Interceptor to really help out that total defense, and just be good in general. So there's that. Simple, easy. And remember, diamonds and pink diamonds, you can add 5 badges. Well, okay, I'll do it the other way. Rubies, you can add 3. Amethyst, you can add 4. Diamonds, you can add 5. Pink diamonds, you can add 5. And opals, you can add 6. So keep that in mind as we get on throughout. The next card that we'll be talking about is my man Doug West. If a gameplay out on the channel, please check that out. That thing was so fire. It was so fun to use this Doug West card. If you're on the pink diamond token market, pick up Doug West. The dude is an absolute animal. He's an absolute beast, and I highly recommend him to really anybody because he's just a really fun, just good card to really use in general. So anyway, with Doug West, the first thing that we got to get out of the way is Sniper. Every single time that we have cards like this, I say, if you don't have Sniper on the card, add Sniper on the card. It is as simple as that. Really no other explanation needed, to be honest. If you don't have Sniper, add Sniper. The next thing that I wanted to add is Giant Slayer on a Doug West. He is a 6'6" shooting guard. And my idea on the cards that I'm talking about adding Giant Slayer to is Yao Ming's out now, 7'6" guy that's going to be in the paint a lot. And most people are going to have him at this point. Almost all people really should be getting Yao Ming this season. So we're probably going to want Giant Slayer from where attacking the basket against Yao Ming. So, there's that. Hyperdrive again, because I suspect that you will be dribbling a decent bit with Doug West, just because. And then I wanted to add a brick wall, just in case people try to back him down. He does have a 75 strength, so adding that brick wall, which obviously helps you set screens, but also limits back downs, I think could be really helpful out there. And then the last badge that I actually had out here was Interceptor, but what I do think could be a helpful alternative to Interceptor, if maybe you don't want to go the full defensive route and you want to make Doug West more of like a primary ball handler for yourself because he has the shifty dribble style and a money jumper, is you could add either Quick Chain or Handles for Days. Handles for Days lowers, the stamina cost of dribble moves, and then Quick Chain increases the effectiveness of like combos. So it depends on if you like to dribble a lot. Quick Chain or Handles for Days could be nice. Honestly, what I think would be worth it is instead of Interceptor, doing Handles for Days. So go, Handles for Days, Hyperdrive, Brick Wall, Giant Slayer, Sniper, and I think you've got yourself a really good Doug West. Although you also could go the route of giving our man Limitless Spot Up and Chef and Blinders if you wanted to go more of a shooting route and ignore the Quick Chain, the Hyperdrive, and that sort of stuff. But like ignore Giant Slayer and instead, do Limitless Spot Up, ignore Hyperdrive, and instead do Deadeye, but I think keep the Brick Wall there no matter what. But, that's all up to you. Next one we're going to cover is my man Bailey Howell, who is a great card you get for like level 33. I'm working on grinding up the XP to get Bailey Howell myself. If you guys want to see a gameplay on him, let me know if you're at this point in the video. But he's on the Trey Burke base card, but with the shifty dribble style. He's essentially a T-Mac that has the shifty dribble style, which is absolutely amazing. And with Bailey Howell, I think this was a fun one for me to kind of look at, because I viewed this Bailey Howell, so I'm going to try to make him like DeMar DeRozan. Very, or as similar as I could make him to DeMar DeRozan, where I want him to be kind of like a point forward. So what I did with Bailey Howell is we want to add a posterizer, because a theme that you will notice as we get on throughout this badge video is that they really don't like adding posterizer to cards for whatever reason. 2K is not a fan of it. So we're adding posterizer right there to help us, just get into the paint and dunk on everybody. The next badge we're going to add is sniper, because again, if you don't have sniper and the card can shoot, you need to add it. Period. This card is like above a 63 and you want to shoot any threes with him. Sniper is literally like a must-have badge on there. It's just, you got to add it. If the card doesn't have it, it needs it added. Period. And then you could add some things like menace, pick dodge, or pickpocket if you want to. But what I think makes the most sense for this Bailey Howell is come out here, quick first step. That way, we can move around a little bit faster. Give him quick chain as well. That way we get those shovel moves, boosted together. And then give my man hyperdrive. Now again, you could, knock down quick chain for handles for days, but I just wanted him to be like a super effective, secondary ball handler, point forward kind of thing. Out there, where I'm not going to use him every single possession, but when I go to Bailey Howell, I want to know he's going to be effective, get the moves, and just be fire at that. Because, he already has Hall of Fame Interceptor, so I think he'll be perfectly fine as that. And I think it makes this Bailey Howell a really, really fun card when you mix him with like a Steph Curry coach boost, give him a +4/3 with a shoe boost, give him a little bit of speed, acceleration, and boom, you got yourself a damn good card with this Bailey Howell. So go there. Next one is my man Mark Price, and Mark Price was a very simple card. We're just going full defense on all of these badges. Like literally, we are going to give him a brick wall, menace, intimidator, post move lockdown, and then I think I give him pogo stick, if I'm not mistaken, on this. Brick wall. Oh no, I get brick wall, menace, interceptor, intimidator, and a post move lockdown, because brick wall, we limit those back downs. Intercept, if we can catch the passes a little bit easier. Intimidator, we're going to help, lower, I guess, the effectiveness people that are just because we're around them, which is cool. Menace, when we're around people, we lower their badges and their stats. And then post move lockdown, we can hopefully stop getting drop stepped and post pinned, just to make Mark Price a little bit better. But if I'm being honest, you probably shouldn't use them too much, because it's a Mark Price card. Next up is my man Antonio McDice. He's an exchange card right now, and he actually looks to be pretty solid. I'll give him that. And with Antonio McDice, I think is a pretty simple way to go about it. I think first, when we're talking about shooting, since we're looking at it right here, give him a catch and shoot and a sniper. He's a 70 shot 3, and I think just giving him catch and shoot, giving him sniper, and like a shoot that boosts up that shot 3, I think will be enough to make it so that he's a pretty reliable shooter out there. And have a lot of fun with. And then you could add a quick first step if you want to, but I think makes the most sense to kind of make him a nice, power forward center that you don't really have to worry about too much. So I would add, clamps and menace to go along with that, just make him real nice. And then because he has jump shot 29, I think it's a pretty fast jumper, but I think you could benefit a little bit by adding like a Deadeye if you wanted to, just to, limit those late closeouts, because Deadeye is actually a really, really good badge. But if you think that for some reason he's going to be running through a lot of screens, you want to throw him on a primary ball handler because you're adding that clamps, I think a pick dodger could be nice. But I personally would just go clamps, menace, sniper, Deadeye, and catch and shoot, and just make yourself a really, really good all-around Antonio McDice. He's just a good card. Next up is my man Cazzie Russell, who is just an absolute demon. Jump shot 3 on quick is one of the fastest jumpers in the game. Then you have that Isaiah Thomas signature combo with the quick dribble style, and it is absolutely godly. So with our man Cazzie Russell, I think it's basically, I want to give him Chef just so we can shoot a little bit better, and limitless spot up so we can shoot deep off the catch, and with Chef, because you can use him as a primary or secondary ball handler, and all works fine. So I want to have both of those options to shoot from deep. You mix that with catch, shoot, and sniper. He's looking really good. Now I also put blinders on here, so you could limit those, side contests, as well as mismatch expert, just fully boosting up that shooting. We're just going to make him just an absolutely godly shooter, because like ankle breaker can be fun, but I haven't really noticed that I'm getting a lot of ankle breaker animation, so I didn't really think it was too nice. And we can add brick wall. So the last badge I'm going to add for the 5 is going to be rim protector, because he has an 80 block and a 6'8 wingspan. So if you get some chase downs or switch him onto the point guards, you can actually have a good bit of fun with this Cazzie Russell, because he's got these decent tendencies. He's just one of the best cards. If you can or just aren't sure what you want to pick to grind, I think Triple Threat Online is for sure the way to go right now to get this Cazzie Russell. The dude is just, he's a menace, man. He is so good. Next up, we have our man Xavier McDaniels, and you'll notice again the theme here. Posterizer, boom, add it there. Sniper, boom, add it there. Nice and easy. Those are 2 badges that if you can fully add it. And because McDaniels is actually so good defensively, has a lot of good playmaking badges, and really good slasher, I'm actually only going to add shooting badges. So aside from posterizer and sniper, or aside from posterizer, we're adding sniper out there. I think it makes a lot of sense to give him limitless spot ups, kind of make him like a deadlift strength clone because he has jump shot 40 as well, which is really nice. Give him a deadeye because jump shot 40 is a little bit slow, and we want to make sure we're minimizing those late contests. And then we're giving him blinders as well, so those side contests won't happen as much because again, jump shot 40 is a little bit slow. So deadeye and blinders just help to increase how effective he's going to be at shooting shots when he gets slightly contested. And I think it's going to be making for a really good Xavier McDaniels card. So again, posterizer, blinders, sniper, limitless spot up, and deadeye. Nice and easy, man. Nice and easy. Simple. First Galaxy Opal of the list is going to be our man Galaxy Opal Andre Iguodala. A really fun, really nice card. And I think it's pretty simple with Iggy. We're going to have Brick Wall because he's a 6'6", shooting guard that you can play there. And I think with that 84 strength and Brick Wall, nobody is pumping Andre Iguodala, and I think it makes him a super versatile defender where you can basically throw him onto any taller point guard if you need to, and they're going nowhere, like absolutely nowhere, which is really fun. And then aside from that, because he has already good playmaking, already good defense, already good slashing, I think aside from that, you could add a Giant Slayer and a Pro Touch. But what I think makes the most sense is coming out and just giving him a chef, giving him a blinders, giving him a limitless spot up, and giving him a deadeye. Boom, nice and simple. Pretty easy there. And then you can add a mismatch expert or Giant Slayer of your choosing, because Giant Slayer will obviously help him finish against guys like Yao Ming, and mismatch expert, if Yao is running out there, will help you shoot above guys like Yao Ming and still get the greens. So it's really up to you for that last badge. But in my opinion, I think Brick Wall, Deadeye, blinders, chef, limitless spot up, and then you can pick between mismatch and Giant Slayer based off of what you want to use as Andre Iguodala for. All up to you, but with that Iggy jumper on quick, he's going to be a really good card. So anything that you pick, I'll be perfectly fine. The next one is my man Baron Davis, and if I'm being honest, I only have 3 badges to recommend to you guys because I think the rest don't really matter because he has most of the badges that you want. He just kind of sucks. And guys, things like Brick Wall that you can add just don't really help too much. So the badges I think you should add are Chef and Limitless Spot Up, because obviously you want to be able to shoot off the dribble from deep better and catch and shoot from deep a little bit better. And then I'm going to add, I think it is Post Move Lockdown, just so we don't get drop step and post mid as much. And then aside from that, it's really up to you. You can add a Rim Protector because he does have a 70 block, and I think that could help a little bit. And at the same time, you could also add a Chase Down Artist. You could add, Grace Under Pressure if you think that's going to help you a little bit. It's really up to you. Rise Up can be a decent badge, but I think in general he already has everything. So add a Chef, add a Limitless Spot Up, and then add, Post Move Lockdown. And then the other 3, it's up to you, honestly. Whatever works for you, I think, could be nice, because even a Drop Stepper could be okay because of that 80 strength. But those 3 badges are really the only one I think that matter on Baron Davis. Next one, we got our man Teir Cummings, who's a nice Jump Shot 36 card, and this one is a bit of a interesting one. So with Teir Cummings, we're going to add Posterizer because, again, 2K loves to not give cards with an 80 driving, 85 standing dunk Posterizer. Either way. And then we're going to add an Interceptor and Clamps on the defensive end, which is, kind of tough. He's got an 84 steal, but then doesn't come with Interceptor, which is kind of tough. He also doesn't come with Clamps, so we're going to add both of those and make him a pretty good all-around defender. And then we're going to go into the shooting, which means we got to add Sniper because, again, we do not have it. And then I'm going to add Blinders and Deadeye because Jump Shot 36 is one of the slower jumpers in the game right now, especially on that normal timing. So Deadeye and Blinders are really going to be needed to make this Teir Cummings, super useful. And I think once you do that, he is a super solid card and a really fun card in general. Although I don't think it's too worth it to badge up Teir Cummings, because you could just use, the Cliff Robinson that we got last season, who can do basically everything that he can with Hall of Fame Interceptors. So that's my opinion, but that's how you badge up Teir Cummings to make him the most effective. Next up is my man Maurice Lucas, who I haven't tried yet, but let me tell you, I think I need to, because Maurice Lucas is low-key the best defender in the game. I mean, look at this. Hall of Fame Clamps, Chase Down, Brick Wall, Intimidator, Interceptor, Pogo Stick, Rebound Chaser, Rim Protector, Worm. So I haven't tried him out yet, but I'm going to give him a shot. But with Maurice Lucas, again, 80 standing, 85 driving dunk, and no posterizer, so please add that. It's going to change up the game for you. And then I think adding a catch and shoot and a sniper with that 70 shot 3 with jump shot 12 is going to help you shoot a lot better. And then I have a bit of an interesting take here. I'm also going to add Deadeye. That way I can shoot a little bit better. But then for that last 2 badges, because we've added Sniper, Deadeye, Catch and Shoot, Posterizer, that's a total of 4. We have 2 last badges. What I'm actually going to do, because he has a shifty dribble style, and I want him to be fire as like a power forward center option, I'm going to give him quick first step and unpluckable. That way I have the option to kind of speed burst around those centers whenever I get the opportunity to, and I don't get stripped as much when he actually has the ball, because he has such good defense, he has such good shooting. I'm confident enough in my ability with catch and shoot sniper and set shooter with a 70 shot 3, actually a 75 because I use a Steph Curry coach boost, and a floor general, a shoe boost, and stuff like that to hit my threes pretty consistently. So that's what I'm going to be going with, and I think that makes the best version of this. Although if you don't feel like you're going to be using him as a ball handler, I would say ignore the playmaking badges, like don't add quick first step or unpluckable, and then just fully jump into the shooting. Give him a dead eye and give him like a limitless spot up, and I think he'll be looking pretty good out there for Maurice Lucas. But I think a lot of people are going to sleep on him. I got him last night off the Ascension, and with this defense, he's actually going to be seriously good. So, take a peek. Next up, we got our man Danny Granger, who was an absolute god on his diamond. So this opal is obviously going to be pretty damn good. And again, 85 driving dunk, no posterizer. They're making it real easy for us. First badge you got to add is going to be a posterizer out there, just to be nice. And then just moving down the list, I'm getting him a chef, just to make sure we can shoot a little bit deep, because you have this good at shooting, we might as well just make it even better with the chef out there, just to have some fun. And then we're gonna add hyperdrive, because I'm gonna assume we're probably gonna move around a little bit at least with this Danny Granger, just to have some fun with it. And then also downhill, just because we do have a 91 speed, 88 speed with ball, so downhill just to help us a little bit. We also have quick first steps, so we're gonna want to run with the ball, make sure we're going a little bit faster. And then for our 2 defensive badges out here, for our last 2 badges, they're going to be in defense, and we're going to have brick wall, because I think Danny Granger is perfect as a power forward, 6'9", 7'1". It can be a really good matchup nightmare for a lot of people who run double center lineups or just a slow power forward in general. So brick wall can really help us abuse that with pick and rolls, pick and pops, good screens, and help us not get paint mashed as much. And then add a rim protector, because we have an 85 block, so we might as well boost that up a little bit and try to get some blocks with Danny Granger, and just have some fun. I think if you do this, you can have a really damn good Danny Granger, especially with some coach boosts. Look at that. Yeah, he's gonna be money. Danny Granger is definitely a beast. Next up is my man Tony Parker, who I remember I had 4 or 5 badges that I really liked on him, and the last one I kind of just put up there because I think it'd be funny. So brick wall is the first one. You got to do it when you have a 65 strength undersized PG. If you can add brick wall, it just limits those back downs. It just makes it a little bit better. Interceptor, because Tony Parker has an 85 steal and is a really good defender, so if we can steal some of those passing lane passes, it really helps. And Tomato, just we're a little bit better defensively out there, because why not? Post move lockdown, so we're just limiting those drop steps, those spin moves, all that sort of stuff. Really helps out. Limitless spot up, so we can catch and shoot a little bit better off 3, and we already have chef, so we might as well get that limitless spot up out there. And then, because I wasn't really too enthused with the last badges, because I want to add posterizer, but he's got a 30 dunk, I decided to give him just set shooter to shoot a little bit better, because the rest of them, we're not gonna add rim protector or chase on us, or rebound chaser. So I think set shooter just makes the most sense for Tony Parker, although I don't recommend grinding to get TP, but that's just me. Next up is my man Pascal Siakam, a card who, once I finish some XP grinding to get Bailey Howell, I'm probably just going to start grinding triple threat online in clutch time, because Pascal seems to be just a perfect power forward, man. Pascal Siakam, we go ahead and add posterizer, because again, 85 standing, 80 driving, no posterizer. Come on. It's frustrating, but you got to add it. The next is going to be Deadeye, because the badge is all around amazing, but then on top of that, jump shot 75, which Pascal has, is a little bit on the slower side, so that'll just help us, minimize those contests, because people are going to be able to late close out on you a little bit more often than you would like. So that is just going to help us minimize that a little bit, just be fun. And then I'm going to put Pick Dodger on this Pascal Siakam, because in my opinion, I think it makes the most sense to take a guy who has Hall of Fame interceptor, post move lockdown, things like that, and try to run him on that small forward end. And a lot of people have been using, LeBron James, stuff like that, to kind of run through some screens and use them as a primary ball handler. And my plan is to put Pascal on those guys, to defend them. So Pick Dodger probably will be a little bit useful in those scenarios. I'm going to put on a Silvery finisher as well, because with his great slashing, I think that could really help him just be an absolute god to getting the basket and just help. And the last badge, I think you can pick between a chef or a hyperdrive. If you expect on using this Pascal Siakam in some ball handling scenarios and dribbling a little bit with him, despite having the slasher dribble style, I think the hyperdrive can really help out. But if you just suspect that you're going to be catching a few passes with Pascal Siakam, pump faking, move over a little bit to the left and just shooting from deep, chef can be a pretty helpful badge if you, deem it to be so. But I would personally add chef over hyperdrive, but it's all, up to what you like. But Pascal, definitely a great card. Next up is probably the best shooting guard in the entire game right now, and it is Reggie Lewis. If you can get him off, this is the reason you need to go to clutch time, because you get a great power forward at 100 wins of Pascal, and then you get the best shooting guard in the game, if not the best card in the game, in Reggie Lewis. So how do we make the best card in the game even better? Well, first off, 85 block, and he doesn't have rim protector. Boom, give him that. It's going to help him block literally everything. We have jump shot, Kemba Walker on quick, which is absolutely insane. Also, this is the reason why he's so good. The Kemba jumper on quick is already amazing. It's super easy to green. The shitty dribble style is the best dribble style in the game. And then the D-Rose signature combo is the best in the game. So, yeah, that's why Reggie Lewis is so damn good. But even though the Kemba Walker jumper is great, we're still going to have blinders just to make him a little bit more effective at shooting there. Give him a chef because, again, why the hell not? We're going to be dribbling with him. He's going to be our secondary ball handler. So why don't we use, or he's going to be our primary ball handler, use chef. Then shoot a lot of those deep shots. Gotta add a mismatch expert because he is a little bit undersized at 6'7", and because again Yao Ming is out there, we got a plan for him. So mismatch expert on him closing out some of these pick and rolls, really gonna help there. And then Giant Slayer because again we're gonna be slashing and attacking against Yao Ming at 6'7", so Giant Slayer is gonna come in big handy. Finishing above that Yao Ming. And the last badge we're going to add is post move lockdown, just in case people are going to be trying to pup Reggie Lewis, even though they shouldn't because that 84 strength. So if they try to drop step or anything like that, post move lockdown is going to be shutting that down. It's going to make this Reggie Lewis just seriously like one of the best card, like the best card in the entire game. This guy is crazy good. Next is our man Galaxy Opal Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who is actually a really good card. 6'6" point guard, jump shot 91 is pretty easy to time. Slasher dribble style is kind of tough, but with the D-Rose combo, you can actually make it work pretty well. So how do we make this Shai just an absolute god? So first off, I think we just head over to defense and just juice this up. The one badge we aren't going to put in defense, I'll just talk about that right now, is going to be Deadeye. His jumper's great, but it's going to be a little bit slow, so Deadeye's going to really help us, maximize how much that's going to feel like good for it. And then we're going to come into defense. Badge number 2 will be Brick Wall, obviously, limit those post moves, limit that back down in the post. Interceptor, because we're 6'6" and have a 6'11" wingspan. Interceptor's going to be super nice on him. Post move lockdown for our 4th badge, just to really, help the drop steps, limit those, and the post spins. And then the final badge, or the 5th badge, is going to be our wonderful rim protector, just to capitalize on that 79 block. And the last badge, I forgot to talk about it up here, is going to be blinders, because he's going to be our point guard. We are going to be running around screens. We're going to try to take some threes, around those screens, and we're going to get a lot of side contests. So blinders just going to help us limit those at least a little bit. And then the card everybody's been waiting for, Galaxy Opal Yao Ming. How are we going to badge up this Yao Ming the best way? We're going to assume that you have that Steph Curry coach boost to give him a 78 shot 3, and then you're going to throw on a shoe boost, which please, this is the exact, I'll tell you the exact way to badge up your Yao Ming. Give him a 3-point boost. He needs that. Get him above an 80. Give him a speed and give him an acceleration. I don't think speed ball is too huge. Give him a speed and give him acceleration. And then, we got those 3 boosts out there. I think you can also add a driving dunk and a perimeter defense, or a driving dunk and a lateral quickness, just to make it nice and easy. But anyway, what we're going to add for our Yao Ming is, first off, is posterizer. 75 driving dunk and a 95 standing, especially that 95 standing mixed with posterizer. Yeah, he's going to be pretty good. And then I also think that you got to go down here and then add menace on to Yao Ming, because it's going to, just help this man literally lock down everybody. Menace, if you're taller than the player I think that you're going against, or if you just knew the player that you're going against, it just helps if you're taller. Menace will lower their badges and lower their stats, so him not having that is a bit of a big deal. So Menace is definitely going to be a badge we want to add there. And then also clamps, because why wouldn't we want to stop people on the perimeter with our 7'6" center? I mean, come on, this is going to be great. And then once we head over here, we have done what, 1, 2, 3 badges. Awesome. First badge we got to add a sniper, just so he's a little bit more consistent at shooting those shots, a little bit here and there. And then we're going to add Deadeye for badge number 5, because I do love set shot 8, which is a really good jumper, but it is a little bit slow, so I think Deadeye can help us with those contests. And the last one, we're going to add limitless spotter, so we can shoot it from literally anywhere with Yao Ming, and it just doesn't matter. You do this, Yao Ming's going to be the best center of the game. I've seen some people talk about the fact that he's going to be too slow, but if you add the right boost to him, you can get a 72 speed, a 72 acceleration on a 7'6" guy. That's more than enough to last you for a long time. And then last but not least is going to be our man Paul Pierce, who's actually a really, really good card. So I'm actually pretty excited to talk about him. Posterizer is going to be our first one. Obviously, 85 driving dunk, no posterizer, 2K. You love making sense, honestly, which is pretty cool. Then we're going to head over to the defensive end. We're going to add interceptor, and we're going to add rim protector. We have a 80 block, So come on, we got to add that rim protector just to help him out. And interceptor, we have a 89 steal. Interceptor's going to be great with that 6'10 wingspan, just to make Paul Pierce an absolute god. And then I'm going to take a route of using Paul Pierce as kind of like a more of a secondary point forward ball handler kind of thing, and add a hyperdrive, a quick first step, and a quick change, just to make him a little bit more effective at dribbling and just being a good card in general, you know, playmaking and just having some fun. Now, I will say, this Paul Pierce really isn't worth it unless they give him his Paul Pierce jumper on quick. It's just a little bit too slow, and I think they just need to boost that up in order to make him great, because he is a collect level reward for like 2,800 cards. Like, make Paul Pierce great, but, you know, I guess it kind of makes sense. Either way, I think you do this, you can make Paul Pierce pretty damn good as an overall Galaxy Opal. So, let me know what you guys think about all of the badge upgrades here in the comment section below. Again, let me also know what XP level you guys are, and check out the video later for all of the Signature Series cards and how you can badge those up the fastest, or the best way. So, like the video, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.